Friends, it's Diane, the Creative Inkster. It is Monday, February 21st. Here in Ontario, it is Family Day, so it's been a nice vacation day, although I think if you work for the federal government, it's not a vacation day for you. I'm not 100% sure about that, but my son certainly felt like he should be going to work today. The rest of us were lounging around and just hanging out. So I thought I would pop on a minute early just to let you know I'm out here. If you're watching live, please leave me a comment. And if you're watching on the replay, I love to hear from you as well. So I know that you had a chance to kind of watch these and see what's happening over here in the Creative Escape. Monday night is the night that I do about a 30-minute, hi Vicki, about a 30-minute kind of technique or just some fun cards, some different layouts, something kind of easy that any beginner crafter can easily do, but that gives you something more to do with your products. So these are the cards that I made ahead of time. This beautiful paper is a celebration freebie, so this will be the last probably week. No, I guess I could mention it next week too. Celebration ends on Monday, February 28th. That's when you get a free item with your $60 or $120 order. This paper is Sunshines and Rainbows and goes with one of our bundles. But I thought it was so nice and bright and cheery for some of my thank you cards this month. Oh, hey guys. Hi, Mark. Hi, Valerie. Debbie, hi. Welcome. Happy Family Day to you as well. Thanks for popping in. So I just thought I'd put a little commercial out that, yeah, it's our last week to get this great paper. And what I'm going to do with the cards, I'm going to use a different paper that we have at the $120 level to show you how to do this shuffle and stack set of cards. So what you can see, I think probably easily, is that some of the same pattern exists on each of these, but they're in a different size. And you don't want to have to think about how to cut the sizes. This is going to be so incredibly easy. So let's get started. What you need is 4 pieces of matching pattern paper. And these are the ones I'm using. This is from the Celebration one, Friendly Hello, I think it's called. She says, hoping that's right. Let me just pull out the brochure real quick here. The Friendly Hello stamp set and Friendly Hello DSP is yours free with a $120 purchase. I like this paper. It is lots of fun patterns with florals on one side and then patterns on the other. So you can do a lot with that. I really like this one. So what you need is 4 pieces. Okay, hi Brenda. So 4 pieces that measure 4 by 5 1/4. Okie dokie. We are all set. Grab your paper trimmer and then we'll get the other pieces that you need out afterwards. Grab your paper trimmer and you're going to score these up nicely. So this is called the stack and shuffle, and we'll get to the shuffle part afterwards. And the reason that I was really drawn to this, it's a Mary Knapp did the video on it back in December. Probably she did one earlier on it too. And I just loved the idea of this. It kind of spoke to me as a big card player. So you take your 5 1/4 by 4 inch. Think about whether you've got anything in orientation. I want my pieces to cut with them going this way. I like them that way. And then shore them up nicely. And then on the long side, you're going to put this in and you're going to cut at, so wait a minute, it is 4 1/4. I'm going to cut at 2 3/4. So I'm going to line this up. Keeping them straight, all together now, people, hold together. All right, and I'm going to cut through 4 layers. The Stampin' Up! Trimmer will cut through 4 layers of pattern paper, and I'm going to keep them together in the same stack, so no shuffling yet. I'll put the thinner ones over here. Then this group, I'm going to turn 90 degrees and cut at 3 inches. So if you're keeping track, that's 4 pieces turned and cut at 3 inches. Okay, so we're going to put it back in its original orientation so we keep it straight in our head. And then this piece that we cut off here that's thinner, we're going to put it at 90 degrees and cut it at 2 inches. I'm just checking my notes. Okay. Don't worry if you don't like how it turns out in the end, you can go back and change it. So if you had them still stuck together, they'd be 4 by 5 1/4 this way. Alrighty, and we've just made these little cuts. You don't have to cut each piece because you cut through once. All right, let's move the paper trimmer over and keep our stacks together. Now we're going to do the shuffle part. And if you don't like how your piece of paper's turned out, you can always flip it around. You take your first stack and you take the top piece and you put it to the bottom. And you put your first stack back down. You take your second stack, the one below it, you take the top 2 pieces and shuffle them to the back. Keep them in the same order. And that goes like that. On the third stack, which is up here on the right, you take them and you shuffle 1, 2, 3 to the back. And then you do nothing with the fourth one. So this is what this first card's going to turn out like. I don't need this anymore, so let's move that out of the way. So then you want to grab some card bases, basic card bases. So with 4 card bases, that's 2 sheets of cardstock. I'm doing mine, I've cut them long ways. And do I want to put a layer? I think I had some inside layers. Yeah, I think I was going to put inside layers. That's what I did on these ones. I didn't put another layer. If I wanted to, then it would just make this whole piece smaller. But I have a piece of white to go on the inside of all of these greens. So let's set that aside for a second. So now it's a matter of assembly. Alrighty, so we take the top one here, and if you didn't like the orientation, if you'd rather move it, you could do that. Just be mindful if you do that the pieces might not all fit exactly, because this piece is 2 3/4 by 3. So this is going to go up in the top left corner. Okay, no need to include the dog here behind the card. Speaking of dogs, he's over there relaxing as we speak. All systems are go, no changes, no worries, all is good. So that was the piece I took from here. I'm going to take piece number 2 from here. And that's going to go down on the bottom. What did the other ones look? Oh no, that was exactly the same. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe the other ones I did were a little offset. All good. But yes, doggy feeling good. All is happening. All is going well. We're happy. I think the medication's working, so he's just a little sleepier than usual. And then for position number 3, we're going to grab in the top right corner, and we're going to stick this piece down. You could flip your paper over if you prefer the other piece. If you don't want them to all be exactly the same in patterns, that's totally fine. And then this is the 4th piece, and that goes here. Now when you put your embellishments and your greeting on, that's going to break up a little bit, break up the flow of the pattern a little bit, and that'll make it look a little bit more not so uniform right here. Okay, so there's the first card. Tuck that aside. Grab my second card base. This is Granny Apple Green. Good news on puppers, you betcha. I mean, the pills is one thing, but the vet bills to have to put him through, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. All those tests. All right, top left corner, we're going to glue this piece down. Again, top left corner on the card. Down here for the striped piece. Goes down here. Yeah, this really spoke to me when I saw this video. I kind of happened upon it. I was looking for something else entirely on YouTube, and I thought, oh, shuffle and stack. That's or stack and shuffle. That's a good thing for me. All right, and then this piece up here is going to go up in this top corner here. By now you've probably figured the pattern out, but I will keep telling you about it. And then, I mean, usually when you have a pack of paper, you don't have to look far to find patterns that are going to match. And then the bottom right here, right? You don't have to look too far. Usually they will in some way match up nicely. And then you want something that's a little bit more, say, than the Marvelous paper or our On the Horizon paper. Those have more, less breaking up, like not a lot of pattern, not a lot of flowers and such. So you definitely want something that's got some differing patterns to it. You wouldn't want them all to be a splatter pattern, you know? At least I don't think you would. This kind of breaks it up a little bit, but all the colors in the paper match, which is super cool. And I don't know if you know this, you probably do, but not everybody does. On our paper packs, that gives the name of all the colors that are in them on the white sheet, backing sheet that goes in the paper packs. I use that to decide what I want to pull together, what cardstock I want to use, and what embellishments I want to use. I just pull that paper pack out. I use it as a color chart of example, that kind of thing, so that I know that I've got coordinating stuff happening. And we're almost done this set. And speaking of stack and shuffle, we are shuffling and playing cards tonight. It's bridge night. Even though it's the holiday Monday, we still decided to get together. Hi, Margot. Oh, I know. Oh, I hope your puppy's doing okay. Is it puppy, as in having to have surgery of unexpected in a way? I hope he's doing okay. I know that we do love them so much. Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate that. And a 17-year-old kitty, that is old. Oh my gosh. Wow. We had to say goodbye to one 4-year-old kitten. Oh, that's sad. I know some of them, it's really strange, isn't it? How some of them live so much longer than others. You hear of people who have cats and kittens for 17, 15 years, 20 years. My friend Chris in sorority had her cat for I don't know how long, 23 years or something. Just wild. And then some just don't, I guess they just have a purpose and they're here for their purpose and then they go up to heaven. Okay, so there's the square up here and then this piece down here. So yeah, we've got bridge tonight, but I play euchre, I play spades, I play oh hell, I think it's called. Might have a less than favorable name. I play a lot of cards on trickstercards.com since the pandemic, and that's what we play our bridge group on, because we can't meet still in person. So we have Zoom going so we can chat, and then we play Trickster cards, and we can all play in the game. So it works out fine for our bridge club. Okay, so here are my 4 cards. How quick was that? I mean, and I was talking and reading comments and everything. Holy cow. 17-year-old, both kittens, brothers, and one head. Oh, still have his brother. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, Allie's 3. Oh, no. Well, I hope Allie does okay and is feeling better soon. Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. And have them away from you, knowing that they're being cared for, but not under your care. Yeah. All right, so these pieces are going to go on the inside of all my cards. These are the white, just because the Granny Apple Green's kind of dark. But I'm going to decorate the outsides all the same. But they're very colorful, don't you think? I kind of like them. I like this easy way of doing it. I only have to know the measurements once, and then I don't have to cut each piece of paper separately. So as a reminder, we started with 4 pieces of 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then stacked them together, pop them in the paper trimmer, and cut them all at once. You could cut them in whatever orientation you want, really, but that was just a simple one to show you. And then did a little shuffle so that the patterns were different on each card. And then I can use all the same embellishments. I think these are going to be thank you cards as well. Okay, gotta run. Okay, catch you later, Valerie. Thanks for being here. All right, so then I've got a little bit of this fresh freesia ribbon left, and I'm hoping to get 4 bows out of it, but if that doesn't work, it's okay. And then I have my 2021, 2023 in color jewels. So I have some of the fresh freesia ones left on here. This is what mine end up looking like after a while. There we go. They're all cut up into little bits. And now I'm going to do some stamping. Where's your pieces? So there's some black ink, and I'd already pre-cut and got ready some labels. So for these labels, I used the triple border punch, and so I've got one side that has the punching on it, and the other side's going to have a bow on it, just like my original one. So really, it could be a straight edge, or it could butt up against this edge too if I wanted to. Alrighty, let's grab a block. And the stamp set I chose was Happy and Heartfelt. This is in the January to June mini catalog. And on this size of label, which is 3/4 of an inch, I was going to say 45 inches, 3/4 of an inch, I think the Lucky Me, Yay for Love, Thank You, Heck Yeah, they would fit on there just fine. So I'm going to take the Thank You. I love the font on this. Lots of fun fonts going on there. All right, and I could use a color. I just decided to grab the black one. So let's get these stamped, leaving some space at the left for my bow. Having just a basic black ink pad, if you're new to stamping, is kind of handy. You got your basic, and you can add whatever colors you like to that. And one more. Here we go. I put my ink pad away when I'm done because I just know how this is going to go for me if I'm not careful. So tomorrow night, I'm back while I'm tying these bows. I'll let you know that tomorrow night I'm going to do Technique Tuesday. It's all prepped and ready to go, but I did it Friday night, so I can't even remember what it's about, but it'll all be new and it's surprising to all of us. But it is prepped and sitting in a little box ready to go. Can I see it from here? Oh yeah, it's actually, you need to tune in. Oh, I'm not going to get 4 out of this. That's okay. I am going to show you how I made a little mini scrapbook out of one of our mini paper pumpkin boxes. I did this as a class for my community living group, and I'm going to show you the steps to make it. You just really, it's really cute. It's a really neat project. I'm quite happy with it. So I thought I'd show you guys how I did that. Right, I'm going to throw that little piece out. Don't anybody panic. And then I've got some of this pale papaya. So I can do 2. It's the same kind of ribbon. Whoopsie. I can do 2 more out of this. Wasn't quite sure what I'd get out of that. This is really lovely to tie ribbon with, tie bows with. It is lovely and loose. It's called open weave, and it truly is quite easy to work with. Oh, that's really kind of you, Debbie. Yeah, I know. It's hard, right? It's so hard when they become a part of your family, they tug at your heart, and I think everybody who's had a pet really does know how it feels to have them go. We try to teach our kids from a young age, right? In our house, it was hamsters. We have them buried in the backyard, and we try to teach them a little bit about life that way. But I remember when Blackjack, when we had to put him down after almost 16 years, that it wasn't easy. It definitely was not easy. And, so they become such a part of our life, like family, like a good, important part of your family. Whoopsie. All right, I'm using the mini dimensionals because I have them sitting out here. And I'm going to put 3 of them on each of the labels. Oh, sure. I love it when adhesive sticks to everything but what it's supposed to. I've had a run on my nails not doing so well, and so they're not very long to grab up bits with. I could use my take your pick tool, but I think it's not right handy at the moment. It's taken off. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. So super simple card, but pretty and effective, I think. I know that I don't do prizes anymore for posting your cards made on these ones, but hey, if you make it and you want to post them, it's always nice for me to see them. I'd like to see that you take some of these ideas and what you do with it. Alrighty, so then on my sample, what I was doing was sticking this kind of across here. Kind of broke up that little space there, and then a glue dot behind each of the ribbons. That's what I like to use, is glue dots. I find that they are the best for behind ribbons. Okay, once again, sticking to my finger. So we'll put a purple one on here, just like that. And let's see, we'll get the rest of these laid up. Three, 4. So since I have 2 and 2, I think I'll put the other purple one on here. Well, there's a close purple piece beside it. And then the pale papaya on these ones. Awesome. And even though that's over top, we can see nicely through it. You can see the words right nicely through it because it's the open weave ribbon. Maybe 2 glue dots might be helpful sometimes. There we go, and they just need a little bit of embellishment. So let's see, we'll probably put, last time I used the sequins, the self-adhesive sequins pieces. I want to use up these. Oops, did you see that fly across the table? Not too far, didn't go too far. These lovely ones from our collection, they're going to be retiring. I mean, these colors are staying on in the line. There are in colors, but they will be, usually the ribbons retire. Okay, so there's 4 quick cards for this week. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. I wanted to show you real quick because I still have a couple of kits left. These are my monthly kit to go cards. Let's let the camera catch up. There we go. These are my kit to go cards for February. So everything is prepared for you. It's $25. You get supplies to make 2 of each of the 4. So you're going to make 8 cards for $25. Everything's cut. You just need to have stamps, inks, and embellishments. It's kind of a little simple fold here. And this one's my favorite, actually. With the pretty flowers all the way around. So if you're interested, they can be mailed. Let me know. Happy to get that together for you. I will see you tomorrow night for making the scrapbook. Have a lovely day. Stay warm and dry. It's going to be rather wet tomorrow, I think, at least where we are. Alrighty. Bye for now.